Mr. German Man and I went to Amsterdam for VidCon, and while there, I noticed some differences between Germany and the Netherlands. So, here it is, Germany versus the Netherlands from the perspective of this American who lives in Germany. Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Right off the bat, I noticed something very similar in Germany and the Netherlands actually. People riding bicycles. Like, a lot of them. However, if I thought that people rode bikes in Munich a lot, well then, yeah, people in Amsterdam ride bikes a lot. From what I saw, biking is even more of a thing there, something that I didn't even realize was possible. But there are definitely a couple huge differences in biking style. For one, in Munich, I see a lot of bicyclists wearing helmets. Not all of them, but a good number of them. In Amsterdam, however, I don't remember seeing a single bike helmet the entire time we were there. Not one. Another biking difference that I noticed is that in Germany, I pretty much only see what I would consider standard bikes that look like bikes purchased in a bike store. In Amsterdam, however, oh my God, I saw all kinds of biking contraptions. The Dutch really seem to take the concept of a bicycle, take a standard bicycle, and then add on other seats in the front, in the back. I saw all kinds of really amazing, one-of-a-kind modified bicycles there. Bikes that they transformed to fit their family, depending on how many children they needed to transport to school in the morning, of what ages they were, and what was comfortable for them. All right, so moving away from biking now, another difference that I noticed right away was restaurant prices. Now, I don't know about other places in the Netherlands, but at least in Amsterdam, restaurants were pretty pricey, definitely more expensive than anywhere that I've been to in Germany. And how does one pay for meals in those restaurants? Well, that's actually different too. In Germany, cash is king. Cash is accepted everywhere that I've been to here. And I've also been to big restaurants in Germany that did not accept any kind of debit or credit cards, so just cash. Whereas in Amsterdam, we went to a restaurant right next to the convention center where VidCon was taking place, and they would not take cash. No cash accepted. And I noticed that in a grocery store, there was one lane marked with a huge sign saying that in that lane, no cash accepted. So yeah, that was really different from here in Germany, and it really surprised me. Another difference that I noticed in the grocery store was the bread. Oh, the bread, it's so fluffy in the Netherlands. And a lot of the loaves had raisins in them. I love that kind of bread. Germany, I know you really pride yourself on your bread, but I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of dense bread. I like the fluffy bread like in the Netherlands, and I like baguette type bread with a hard crust and a fluffy inside, but I'm just not such a fan of really dense breads. Sorry. And as far as the people go, something that I noticed in Amsterdam was how many people spoke English. It just really seemed to me like almost everyone spoke English. In Germany, a lot of people do also speak English, but it just really seemed to me like everyone that I met in Amsterdam spoke fluent English. And lastly, regarding friendliness and customer service, it was so crazy in Amsterdam, really up and down from one person to the next. So here in Germany, I would say it's pretty much in the middle. From my experience, the servers at restaurants and sales staff at stores don't go out of their way to be particularly helpful, but they also usually aren't just flat out rude either. In Amsterdam, we would go to one restaurant and the servers working there would be super rude. I'm talking actually downright rude to us. And then we'd go to the next restaurant or store and the server or the cashier there would be chatting us up, making small talk, talking about the day, really going out of their way above and beyond to be friendly to us. So it was just really crazy to me how different it was from person to person and place to place in Amsterdam. So my question for you is, what do you think of these differences that I noticed? And what differences have you noticed between Germany and the Netherlands? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also a big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our Patreon page, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Thanks so much for watching. In Germany, a lot of people do also, not also do. Similar in Germany and the Amsterdam. I don't know about other places in the Amsterdam. I did it again. Okay, so it's the Netherlands and Amsterdam, not in the Amsterdam.